We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Sentinels of Tokyo taking on the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Come on.
They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. But you look at this defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Mechie, the man in motion. Stroud on 3rd down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. 4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Texans are going to have a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The give now to Abanikanda. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mechie, the man in motion. 3rd and goal. Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. Fights loose. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
To the 43, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's going to look deep for more. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And give him a gain of 37.
1st down, Sentinels.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he coughed it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there. Grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have 2 very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. That is caught by Dell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. As Stroud now to throw. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. Here goes Stroud again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they just throw out left, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Stroud sets up the play action. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rodgers now on first down. On the right side, he finds Burnett. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Again, it's Cook. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Abanikanda. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, check that. Bronco switch.
Here's Abanikanda. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth.
Come on, come on.
2nd and 7.
Check, Panther.
Abanikanda once again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Israel Abanikanda. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Next to score, Texans 17, Sentinels 6.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Burnett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throw left side complete. That's Burnett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And quickly they get to the line. Rodgers again now. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Burnett. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And goal at the 7-yard line.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown! Alan Lazard. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Sentinels have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And all deep in his home territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First down, they start out with Abanikanda. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get full and protect the ball. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Stroud back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Stroud keeps it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
19 right. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To throw with Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
19 tight. 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10.
No, no.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.